My New Year's resolution? Be David.
One drop of honey makes a world of difference. One drop of honey makes learning sweet. Add one drop of honey to Talmud Torah, and you've got a team that can't be beat. All starts with the children. Open minds and smile.
The early Hasidic sage, Reb Zusya, once taught that when I reach the next world, the world to come, God will not ask me, why were you not Moses? Instead, God will ask me, why were you not Zusya? This is an important lesson. We're so busy worrying about who we could be, who we should be, all the tasks that we should be able to accomplish, that we sometimes forget the things that we already are, the goals that we've already reached, the potential that we already have. I was thinking about that this week because I was interviewed for an online newspaper, and one of the questions was, I don't remember exactly the phrasing, but something about, so what are you doing right? What are you proud of? And I had a moment of not being sure how to answer that. I was at a loss for a moment of what I should be proud of my accomplishments. I'm not putting myself down. I'm very proud of all that I've accomplished. But I think that we're always our own worst critics. We always struggle to find things in ourselves to be proud of. We're always focusing on our flaws, on our faults, on our weaknesses, on the fact that we're not yet Moses. We're just Zusya. You know, in this week's Torah portion, Moses goes to the people of Israel with God's call, with God's message, and says, I'm here to save you, I'm going to take you out with God's help. The God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob spoke to me, and they don't listen. They say, you've got to be out of your mind. And Moshe goes back to God and explains to God that this is what happened. They're not listening. They're not interested in what I have to say. They don't believe me. I'm not good enough. He says to God, the Israelites would not listen to me. How then should Pharaoh heed me? A man of impeded speech, aral sfatayim, uncircumcised lips. Moshe says to God again, because Moshe said this to God before, I'm not good enough. I don't speak good. I can't do this. You know that old Saturday Night Live skit, I'm good enough, I'm smart enough, and gosh darn it, people like me. Well, Moses didn't feel that way. Moses was his own worst critic. But look at what he was able to accomplish. God believed in Moses. It was Moses who didn't believe in Moses. It was Moses who looked at himself and said, I'm not yet whatever is higher than Moses. Maybe God. I'm not that yet. I'm just me. When in fact, just being me was more than enough. Moses being Moses is exactly who Moses should have been. Zusya being Zusya is exactly who Zusya should have been. And David being David is exactly who David should be. And that's true for each and every one of us. We spend so much time looking back on our lives and mourning the accomplishments that we didn't reach, the goals that we weren't able to attain. Reb Zusya and Moshe teaches us that it's not just about our faults, but it's about our potential. It's about our future. It's about all that we have inside of us that makes us capable of reaching our dreams. That is worth celebrating. That's who we are. Not just what we can't, but what we can. Not just what we are not, but what and who we are. This year, I just want to be David. And I just want to celebrate that. Who do you want to be? Until next time, Lehitraot, and Happy New Year.